So, for context for this video, I uploaded a video a while ago called Pylon Imp, where I made a clay Pylon Imp from the video game Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare 2. The video gives a lot of context behind the start of this. Then I uploaded the tragic Pylon Imp update, which is where the Pylon Imp collapsed, and I said I would make this video of me fixing it, so I recorded me fixing it, and I'm about to play that footage. So I managed to get this very flat, square piece of styrofoam using a hacksaw, and so it was originally like part of like this whole styrofoam contraption packaging thing, but cut off a small piece of it, and so it's just like the shape of the platform that I made, which was previously all made out of clay, but it was collapsing under the weight of everything I had to put on top of it with the cup and the imp and all that. And so this gave a solid platform that the styrofoam was soft enough to stick things into, to attach things, like the smoke on the back and the wheel and all the accessories, like attach them, but also sturdy enough to not collapse like the clay did. After I covered the styrofoam completely in orange clay, that's when I added on all the accessories like the engine and the exhaust pipes and the smoke and the wheel that help it stand up and all that. And then at the very end, I put the cone on it and let it sit for a while just to make sure it wouldn't collapse. After I had added all the details on it and it had stood up on its own for a while, I went back and added the little orange kind of stud things on the edges of the bottom layer of the cone, just these extra little details. After that, I went back and messed with the Imp's control panel, because before I kind of had like the panel and then just the little iPad sitting right on top. And the Imp's arms had trouble reaching it, and it got kind of messy, and his arms kind of fell off or ripped up. And I didn't think of a way to fix it at first, because if I couldn't move it any closer to him, because otherwise it would crush his chubby little legs. But then I realized I can just put a wire in it and make the iPad kind of leaning closer to him, so the base of it would still not be crushing his legs, but then the top of it could get closer to his torso so he could actually touch it. And then at the end, I had to fidget with him a little bit because I originally put him too close to the engine, so the cup couldn't go over the imp without crushing the engine, so I just kind of touched it up and made it better. But yeah, the control panel leaning was good because not only is it closer to his arms, but you can see it better through the front of the cup. And here is the finished product. You can see Philip in the front there. That's his name. You can see the buttons, little blue and purple buttons on his control panel. The iPad, like I said, it's a lot easier to see because it's a lot further back from the cup, so that looks better. You can see him and his big earmuffs and cone head. Every old detail from video 1 is still here. The gun on his arm, the little headlights, the wheel, the smoke billowing out of the flames to help hold it up because the wheel obviously isn't enough, the little engine on the back, his 3 little pylon mines, the peace arm, the big top thing, it's all still there. Only thing that I had to replace was the base, which I like a lot more because I feel like before the cup was too bulky and the base was too thin. It didn't really look like a road cone. I feel like this is a better to scale, looks more like a road cone. And before as well, this flame was rubbing on this gun and like the gray part got a little yellow. And it's especially noticeable on this side where this little black, like the black rings on his wrist, rubbed off on this flame. You can see it's got black stains on it. Because the space is bigger, stuff won't stain each other. Because the black I'm using really stains just everything. So it can't really touch stuff without dirtying it up. But yeah, unless something goes horribly awry and I have to make a Pylon Imp Part 3, then Philip and his mech are done and the shrimp comes next.